Dear viewers, we are back, and of course we have been joined by our amazing guest for this evening, Hanouf Mohammed, the life coach. Good evening, Hanouf. Ramadan Mubarak, and welcome back to Hala Kuwait.
Ramadan Mubarak to you too, and as usual, it's great to be here and to share insights with everyone.
Thank you so much, of course, for being here. Every single time you're here, we talk about personal growth especially. And I think this is something everyone tries to focus on in Ramadan specifically, right? We want to fix our life, fix our sleep, food habits, and everything. So in the beginning, what are the most effective methods for identifying personal and professional goals?
The most important part of it all is to realize your inner self-talk. Your subconscious, where is it setting you? We all blurt out New Year goals, Ramadan goals, goals in general, yet we never seem to redeem them or reach them. That's because it's deeply wired into our subconscious or paradigm, I'd like to call it, way of thinking, a certain habit and a structure that we've already built. So in order to break that structure, I need a solid plan of a minimum to 30 to 40 days of consistency, follow-up, and a support group. Usually people miss their goals is because they just say them out loud. It's a start, but that's step number one.
That's not enough. We need more.
100%.
Actions.
Correct.
Definitely. So that means we need to focus on long-term goals. So how can someone actually stay motivated when they're working on a long-term goal? Because I think the first 5 days, 6 days, you know, you're talking about it, you're excited, but then things get really serious.
Okay. Having fluctuations with feelings and with life and with bumps in the road is something inevitable. And as I said, long-term goals are important, but not as important as short-term goals.
Yes.
It may take me 15 steps from this table to the TV, but I do need to take the first 3 steps, which are small, yet essential.
Right.
Celebrating these 3 steps, being consistent on them, reminding oneself of why. If you don't have a why you want this goal, it's going to be very easy to fall off it. If you don't have a reason, a main motivator in you that you want this goal because I choose to be healthy, I want to get married, I want a higher income.
Right.
If your drive isn't as strong, then of course it's going to be very easy to be thrown off the goal.
Definitely, that is very true. So I think we need to be smarter when it comes to our goals. So can you talk to us about the importance of setting smart goals
100%.
and how to implement them? I think setting goals is one thing and implementing is a whole other thing.
100%. First of all, start with a timeline. Having a timeline like I'll do this goal from Saturday to Sunday. Second of all, have a mentor, a coach, a spouse, a support group to help you reach that goal. Third of all, allow yourself room for failure. The thing is, once we set goals, we don't allow ourselves to fail or struggle. We expect it to run smoothly. I need to understand that there may be setbacks, and through the process of powering through these setbacks, will I be not only equipped with new ways and ideals to reach that goal, I'll actually have a sense of self-sufficiency, which that's how you reach that level of expertise. It's that when you power through these obstacles, and these obstacles is what scares everyone. People get demotivated too easily. I always say, fall 7, stand up 8.
Right.
Failure is not an issue. Just staying down, falling down is the issue. Just learn other ways, find other methods. Don't get discouraged because we've been programmed that we should get it right from the first time.
Definitely.
That the idea of failure or setbacks completely throws us off into demotivation. So having these rules like this may happen, we may have a couple of setbacks is very important to keep you at ease, that you can try harder in a different way, in a different method the next day.
Definitely, and just realizing that we can fail, I think, is a massive step towards the finish line for us, or at least going for our goals. Because
100%.
if we try once and we fail, I don't think we're ever gonna get to our goal.
100%.
Right? So you mentioned that we need to do a few things to kind of overcome those obstacles. What are the strategies we can use?
Strategies as well is allowing yourself to find different ways and to keep a routine, because people, when they set a goal, they don't realize that there's a certain lifestyle or a paradigm, I'd like to call it, that they're still stuck in,
Yes.
which needs to be changed. So realizing that there must be changes, and there will be people that won't be appreciative of those changes or supportive, is a way of self-encouragement for me to stay focused on the goal. Every goal comes with its gains and losses. If I'm not accountable for the losses, and if I haven't calculated it well enough, like, okay, I will work extra hours, but I will have less time with my family. And then I calculate the reward, yet I'll have so much money that by 15 years I'll be able to retire and have a penthouse and get everyone's a Ferrari.
Right.
It's when you stay focused on the vision. If you don't have a vision, and if it's not clear to you, you won't know where you're going, and people can easily derail you off.
Yes.
They could tell you you're doing this because they don't know it's your goal, it's your little baby, it's what you've adopted, it's your vision. You're the one manifesting it. They cannot see it. You can have a support group, people with different goals that know the idea and the importance of having a goal, yet no one will know exactly what's in your head except for you. You're the one that's supposed to manifest it.
Definitely.
If you don't know how to respond or be patient with other people being short with you or unsupportive with you, it's going to be so easy to fall off track, because you want support, yes, but don't expect it. Every individual with a goal should have enough self-drive to get, because it's, again, at the end of the day, your goal. It completely is yours. It's your baby. You can make
Definitely.
this happen. Want help, but don't expect it.
But don't expect it. I think
Yes.
that's really great
Yes.
advice, because sometimes we're waiting for the help or the support from the people around us, but maybe they're not present that day, you know,
Exactly.
or they don't support
Maybe they have
this
goals
goal.
of their own as well.
Exactly. So that might just, you know, make us fall off the
100%.
track, which is not something we want to deal with. So how can individuals actually track their progress effectively and stay accountable, especially accountability, which you mentioned too?
100%. Writing things down is a must. Having vision boards, mood boards, track sheets is not a joke. Even in companies, even in every meeting areas, there are places where people got so used to their phones and
Yes.
doing their mood, and I don't like that. When I have a client coming to me to my office, I always prefer to do things visual. I like to have a tracker. I like it the old-fashioned way, because such things are directly wired with your brain. When you write things down, when you track
That's
them,
true.
your phone you can forget. There's already so much to do on your phone. Having a place where your vision board, your tracker sheet, and you attend to it every morning is how it's going to help you get through the goal that you want. And always start long-term goals, short-term goals.
So you recommend visualizing our
100%.
goals. We can say mood boards, journaling, whatever it is.
Yes, 100%. And visualization. If you are not able to see it happen, no one is going to be able to see it with you. You really have to, as we say in Arabic, and the word in Islam that I love is yaqeen. If you cannot see it, smell it, feel it, visualize it, then don't expect it to happen.
Definitely.
Because it is yet to be manifested by you, the manifester.
For sure. I think that makes a lot of sense. You need to believe it in order to
100%.
hopefully one day get to your goal. So how can someone balance multiple goals without feeling overwhelmed? I know when we start with our goals journey, they, you know, all start piling up. We start wanting to change so
100%.
many things, but I can understand that that could sometimes overwhelm us.
100%. I would say always we have a goal for everything, like a religious goal, a physical goal, a mental goal, a family goal, and the main goal, like the goal that's like directly in tune with your purpose. What do you want to be? What is it that you're after? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to be a businesswoman? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a wife? That we call main goal. And that should get the most drive and more power of you. The other goals, like a body goal, a 10K step, your method and religious goals should be like 5 times prayer, try to pray on time, 4 verses a day of Quran. These are short-term goals, but you should have minimal goals in every aspect, because when you're so driven to a certain goal, it actually discharges you from you fall off track, you're tired, you're exhausted, you burn out. You can't fully focus on one thing. You need to like have little supporter goals that will actually, in a way, magically support the main goal. Because if you're well fed, spiritually aligned, sleep well, socialize well, in small dosage, you'll be able to manifest the bigger goal, the main goal.
Right. I think that's a great way to think about our goals and all the 1 million things we want to do as humans, of course. Hanouf, we have so much more to talk about, but dear viewers, we're going to be going to a report and we'll be right back with our guest. Dear viewers, we are back with our guest, the life coach, Hanouf and Mohammed. And Hanouf, before the break, we were talking about how we can balance our goals. But I want to know, what are the mistakes that people usually make when setting goals, and how can they avoid them in the first place?
The biggest and most dangerous mistake a person could make is talking too much about it to the wrong people.
Right.
That's something people, it's nice to like vocalize, but be sure you're talking to the correct mindset, because as we know, and as I've previously mentioned, people's words can program you. What people say can be programming. It's demotivating. That's why even religiously, you're not allowed to say demotivating words or hurtful words. Sadly, in our society, we haven't really computed this awareness yet, because people feel that they have the right to preach their own experiences on you, meaning like, oh, it's not going to work out, look what happened to X of a person, see what happened. That is a goal killer, motivation killer. That will subconsciously, you may think that you can hear it and be okay with it, but on a deep subconscious level, it's getting stored in the back of your mind. That's why there is a religious saying, وَقَضُوا حَوَائِجَكُمْ بِالْكِتْمَانِ, which I believe in strongly. This verse is so important. To the right people, the helpful people, the motivators, the advisors. They may not be family members even, it doesn't matter. They have to be right and correct. They have to be like, if I break my leg, I'm not going to go to my mother, she can't help me, I'm going to go to a professional.
Right.
Go to the right people. The right people that help you are like goal feeders. They will really help you get there on top.
Definitely, and that's sometimes all we need. And
100%.
Hanouf, I think even with our goals and everything, we change as humans all the time as we grow, just from learning everyday things, right? So what if I outgrow my goals and I realize they don't align with my values anymore, or even with my priorities? How do I go about that?
A goal is something personal. You just leave it, close it, and move on. It's just like changing your style, changing a decision, being married and then not being married. It's just like that. A goal is a decision. It's a decision that you consciously want to make and reach. So you are more than allowed to just stop wanting it or leave it or change it. It's
right, so we can adjust along the way.
Yes, there's flexibility to that. Under no way should you be like, I'm going to do this forever. You may just want to be a makeup artist and then suddenly say, this isn't me anymore. You may be a musician and vice versa. Say that this isn't the career. You can change even your major in studies, the things, your career path. You can change to whatever you want. At the end of the day, the purpose of a goal is to make you feel happy and fulfilled, and to give you a sense of achievement. If it doesn't do that for you, then it's not a goal, it's a task.
Right, it's not worth it.
Yes.
Definitely. So what techniques can we use to help maintain our focus and discipline when it comes to our goals?
Definitely be mentally aware of your setbacks, of your pet peeves, of your fears. Mental health is amazing, because when you want to reach a goal, you want to be mentally equipped to reach forward, accept failures, listen to criticism, listen to different mindset, and be okay and at peace with yourself. Because if you're going to be a person that's going to be easy to wave off, it's very easy to be thrown off track.
Definitely. So something that stuck with me since the beginning of our interview is the first 3 steps out of the 15 to the TV, for example, right? Which could be the hardest, and without those 3 steps, we cannot get to where we're going.
100%.
Right? So how important is it to celebrate small milestones along the way to our bigger goal?
Extremely important. Celebrating gives your brain a sense of achievement and a dosage of happy hormones, and it makes you want to reward yourself even further. it really, your body actually produces happy hormones and a sense of achievement that you get addicted to the feeling. This is what we want to do. When we celebrate it, we teach our brain how to reproduce that same goal, drive, consistency, to do it again and have a bigger celebration, and vice versa.
Definitely. I think it's one of the greatest things of our goals,
100%.
honestly, the small milestones. And even if you're having a hard time, I think setting your goals or taking the first 3 steps, maybe start planning your milestone celebrations, right? Like, I want to do this, I want to travel there. A few things, a few hacks out there that we try to use.
Very true.
Definitely. So can you provide tips for creating a supportive environment for goal achievement? You mentioned how sometimes the people around us can weigh us down.
People are so addicted to being around people that they relate to, my family, my friends, while your support group could be a complete stranger, a mentor, a teacher at school. It doesn't have to be blood related. It does not have to be your best friend. People, I see a lot of people get demotivated back on their goals because they have the expectancy that their support group is going to be their friends and family. Well, guess what? It may 100% be not. On the contrary, they may actually be your nemesis.
Right.
It happens. They may have a different mindset. They may disapprove of your goal. Finding the correct support group and being okay with it, and knowing that this person supports my goal. It doesn't mean they're my best friend. They understand where I'm going with my vision, mission, values, and why I want this goal is extremely important.
I think the smallest example of that is meeting a gym best friend, right? Meeting
100%.
someone at the gym, being each other's support system while working out, staying on track. But if you bring your actual best friend with you to the gym,
she may not, so she may waste your training.
You might even cancel your entire
100%.
session. So I think we've seen that in different forms, and we should apply it when it comes to our goals. So how can we effectively communicate our goals to others to be able to have the support that we are talking about?
I just say once you reach a goal, start talking about it once it's done, once you have reached it. And be mindful and aware of those who support you and those who put you down. And then this is where you can start to segregate where to celebrate and how.
Definitely.
You can just train yourself that, okay, this is my vibe and this is my tribe and these are the people that I'm going to celebrate with.
Definitely. And what role does self-reflection play in goal setting process?
You remember when you just said that, what if I change my mind? That comes from not doing enough self-work on you. Because once you've done enough self-work and you've became so grounded and you truly know who you are, you will really be set for life. You will know exactly what you want, what's your purpose in life, what really matters in life. But if you're in the process of figuring yourself out, it won't be strange to me if you change goals, because people meet different versions of themselves throughout life. And if you're not that version of yourself, that you're completely aware of your purpose, who you are, your needs, your trauma, you've fully accepted everything, you will continue to flail back and forth.
For sure. And I think that's where also our mindset kind of comes in. How can we develop a growth mindset to better adapt to challenges while, you know, pursuing our growth journey or our goals?
Self-development, reading books, going to therapy, going to life coaches. It does not mean in any way that you're crazy or depressed or we're going to prescribe pills to you. It's like going to a personal trainer. She will always teach you how to do the move right, motivate you, count for you, and help you.
Yes.
It's just like how we have personal trainers in the gym when we really want specific goals. If you want specific goals and you want to know how to reach them, just get a good life coach. It will help you in ways you cannot bear to imagine.
Definitely. It's the support we are sometimes looking for outside
100%.
of our family.
And they may give you different perspectives and awareness about yourselves and your environment that you may not have quite seen.
Definitely. Well, Hanouf, thank you so much for all your advice this evening. And thank you so much for being with us.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Dear viewers, we had with us the life coach Hanouf Mohammed, and up next we have a report and we will be right back.